How's it going, guys? It's SuperkickPartier back here for another video. Today we are going to be going through my finalized Wrestlemania weekend schedule. Finalized is probably the right word because I might add a few things here and there. Got a few gaps I need to fill, but for the most part it's finished. First off, on Friday, right when I get in, got Progress chapter. I don't know what chapter it is. Can't remember. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, we got Progress Wrestling. Really excited to see how this show comes out. Last year, I know there were a lot of British fans, and I really hope that they show up for Progress this year to really make it like a Progress show, because there aren't many crowds like the Progress crowds. Probably one of the best crowds in wrestling right now, to be honest. But yeah, you got Matt Riddle, Zack Sabre Jr., Shane Strickland, Sami Callihan, Mark Andrews, got British Strong Style of the Progress Champion Pete Dunne, and the Progress Tag Team Champions Tyler Bate and Trent Seven. So that should be really cool. Really good. Gonna be a really good show for sure. Next up after that, right after, we have Evolve Wrestling, Evolve 81. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Michael Elgin in the main event. That could be really interesting. Next up, you got a Battle of Giants. Keith Lee and Donovan Dijak go one-on-one. Then after that, this one could really go either way. It can either be really good, not so good. You know what I mean? Drew Galloway versus Leo Rush. Gonna be really interesting. Gonna be a good show. Next up after that, Friday night, you have the WrestleCon Super Show. You have Pentagon Jr. and Ray Phoenix. Penta El Cero Miedo, as he goes by now, taking on the Broken Hardys. It's gonna be a really good match, I think. Then after that, you have a 10-man tag, 5-on-5, obviously. Will Ospreay against Ricochet. This is gonna be insane. Like, I can't even think about who's gonna be on their teams. Ricochet will probably be like Ricochet, Shane Strickland, Ospreay, maybe Marty Scurll will show up. Hopefully, that'll be pretty cool. But yeah, that's it. And then you have Brian Cage versus John Morrison, Johnny Mundo, John Hennigan, whatever you want to call them, in a tables, ladders, and chairs match. So then Saturday, I'm going to the WrestleCon convention. I don't know who I'm going to meet. I don't know if I'm going to meet anyone. I might just walk around, buy a few things. I'll meet somebody, but I don't know yet. It's gonna be a spur of the moment kind of thing. But then after that, at noon, this show is going to steal the weekend. I promise you. But first off, we got David Starr versus Jeff Cobb. I didn't say the show. The Wrestling Revolver. Sami Callihan's company. David Starr versus Jeff Cobb. You have Pentagon Jr., Penta El Cero Miedo, and Ray Phoenix taking on Brian Cage and Sami Callihan, twins as they're calling the team. Then you have the AR Fox Open Invite Scramble ladder match for the new Open Invite Scramble Championship. You have AR Fox versus Leo Rush versus Zachary Wentz versus Serpentico, John Cruz, for those of you who don't know. Jason Cade versus Caleb Conley versus Matt Cross versus Trevor Lee versus Joey Janela versus Eric Cannon. That match speaks for itself. It's going to be insane. Somebody's going to die. Probably it's going to be AR Fox. But going to be a fun one. And then the main event, this could be the match of the weekend. Ricochet taking on the insanely underrated Shane Strickland. It's going to be crazy. Front row for that one. Let me go through. Second row for Progress. First row for Evolve. Second row WrestleCon Super Show. First row for the Wrestling Revolver. After that, I was going to Supercard of Honor, but mostly I was going to go for Jushin Liger and the main event, Bucks versus Hardys. But obviously Liger had to cancel for visa issue reasons, and then that was announced after the Bucks versus Hardys match happened at Manhattan Mayhem, and the Hardys won the title, which really just took a lot of the hype out the match for me. It really just killed it. And I switched from Ring of Honor to go to CZW Best of the Best. The lineup this year for Best of the Best looks amazing. I was thinking about switching before the Hardys even won the titles at Manhattan Mayhem. But Best of the Best, you got guys like Desmond Xavier, Joey Janela, Pentagon Jr., Phoenix, Ricochet, let's say Shane Strickland, Zachary Wentz, Anthony Henry. Who else? I can't even think of. There's 16 guys this year. I think they expanded the tournament a little bit. Jake Christ, Dave Christ, Sam Callahan, OI4K. But gonna be a really good show. Yeah, Pentagon Jr. against Matt Tremont. Joe Gacy against Brian Cage for the CW Heavyweight Championship. But so yeah, that's gonna be very, very good. And then Sunday, I'm either going to go to the Broken Tailgate Party for WWN for the FIP show because the card's stacked, or once I see the lineup for Access, I'll probably make my decision for like the Sunday Access lineup, which usually comes out like the Wednesday before WrestleMania, which really aggravates me because I need to pack. But you know, it's whatever. I'm either go to that, or I would either go to Access or the Tailgate Party. And then after that, you have WrestleMania 33. People give this WrestleMania card a lot of shit, and a lot of people say it's not that good, but actually, I'm very excited for it. Neville versus Austin Aries is going to be very good. AJ Styles against Shane McMahon will be very good. Roman Reigns against The Undertaker can go either way. And then Seth Rollins and Triple H are just going to kill each other. It's going to be a very good show, I think. Definitely be better than 32. 32 just kind of missed in a few places for me. But yeah, I think it'll be good. After that, there's a chance the Wrestling Revolver is running a second show Sunday night at midnight after WrestleMania. It's going to be the Wrestling Revolver against Wrestle Circus. Two up-and-coming promotions trying to get their name out there. It's going to be at midnight, and they switched the venue. I'm staying at the Wyndham Orlando Resort, which is where WrestleCon are having all their events. So that's where the Super Show is going to be. That's where the Wrestling Revolver is going to be. That's where Best of the Best is going to be. But they decided to switch it to the Plaza. I forgot. It's like the Plaza something. But so I don't think I'm going to have a ride. My dad's definitely not going to go for a show at midnight. But you know, it's whatever. If I can get a ride there, cool. If I can't, it's alright. But yeah. Then Monday, don't have anything planned for Monday during the day. Probably got to figure something out that day. Probably just go look around Orlando, see what there is to do. Maybe go to Universal Studios, hopefully. But yeah. And then after that night, we have Monday Night Raw. I've been to 2 WrestleManias. One of them I had to travel for. One I went to 32 in Dallas, and one was in my hometown of New Orleans. I haven't been to a Raw after Mania yet. I'm really excited for this one. Just obviously the best WWE crowd of the year. So yeah, very excited. Then I leave on Tuesday, unfortunately. Not going to SmackDown. But it's going to be a very good weekend. I will be making Day in the Life videos, but this year they'll be a little bit different. Last year they were like 45-minute long videos. A lot of match footage, and a lot of pictures with wrestlers. But I don't think I'm going to do all that. I think it's going to be more of a vlog style and not as much match footage, just to keep it a little bit short. Probably I'll just like talk about the shows and whatever. Maybe put in a few pictures, put on a few videos from the shows, big spots, you know. But yeah, so yeah, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram @SuperkickPartier, Twitter @SuperkickPartier. Then follow my photography account. If y'all don't know, I'm a photographer. I go around a lot of different wrestling shows, taking pictures. Unfortunately, will not be shooting any shows this year. Next year in 34 in my hometown of New Orleans, you know, I'm going to be all over taking pictures, but you know, it's next year. But yeah, follow me on Instagram for my photography account @SuperkickPhotography, Twitter @SuperkickPhoto, and like my page on Facebook, SuperkickPhotography. Thank you for watching, and if y'all are going to be in Orlando for Mania weekend, let me know, drop a comment, maybe we can meet up. See you guys.